many crucial points you made, and for me, like we agree, the solutions has to be, let's spend our money on more important things like building schools, building roads, and building hospitals.
Building. We have to build schools.
Yeah.
We have to build schools. We have to build. We have to build schools. We have to build industries.
Yeah.
We have to. A lot of industries.
Yeah.
I was telling. Let me digress a little bit. I was telling somebody. I was telling our director that there is something Nigeria is lacking.
Yeah.
Nigeria. I don't know if Nigeria has a plan for waste management.
No, we don't.
Now, if we have plans for waste management, drainages will not be blocking.
Yeah. You won't have flooding as well.
You will not. Yes, that's because the drainage routes
system
are blocked with waste.
Yeah, the drainage system. Yeah.
And we don't have plans to do that. Yeah. This is serious amount of money because you can actually do recycling.
Yeah.
With trash coming from people's houses.
Yeah.
But we don't have plans for that. And every state collects environmental levy. And they don't have plans for waste management, which is bad.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just hope and pray. We just hope and pray that things get better. The next topic, honestly, just briefly, because I want us to really touch on this IPOB issue.
Yeah, sure.
Is this story of the Nigerian Air Force paying bandits 20 million naira, right? And for me, the first thing that came to when I read this story last week, the first thing that just came to my head was, wow, like that Nigeria as a country is really, really messed up. When you have a country, right, where because the president wants to travel to Katsina, and let me just wind back, right? This bandit stole the anti-aircraft gun from the army. And and that means they stole it from Nigeria, right? And now Nigeria as a country is coming back to pay them for what belongs to Nigeria. This is the whole story. The fact that what belongs to our country via the Nigerian army was stolen by these bandits. And now the Nigerian Air Force now goes back to these bandits and says, please give us back our aircraft gun. We're going to pay you 20 million because the reason being because that the president of our country wants to go to Katsina State and we need that anti-aircraft gun back so that you guys will not shoot down his airplane. And it tells you that we are in a precarious situation in Nigeria. We're in a situation whereby if things don't go the way they should, Nigeria is in a hopeless I'm sorry to say that I know I'm sounding pessimistic, but that's just the honest truth. We're in a very, very dire situation.
Okay.
So my wife and our daughter. So for me, right? I'm just, I don't know, like when you have a country that can protect number one, her citizens, and a country that number two is willing to deal with terrorists and bandits, right? And then I come to ask myself, what capabilities do we have? How do we know these guys are bandits? How do we know these terrorists? How do we find them? How do we kill them? As a country, we should have this ability to go to this place where these people are and find out who they are and capture them. But we can't do that. Rather than doing that, we are paying ransoms to these guys. Honestly, I couldn't. I mean, I'm just imagine, right? Imagine, what's his name? Biden or Macron or Boris Johnson paying bandits money to avoid shooting down his airplane. Imagine that. Whereas you have the MI6, you have the CIA, you have the best agencies in the world. And they know who these guys are. And yet our country is willing to negotiate with these guys and pay them money. And the way it works is this. The money they pay them, they're going to use it and buy more weapons to terrorize Nigerians. They're going to use that money to go back and reinforce themselves. So you're feeding that cycle, that deadly cycle of violence. You're feeding that deadly cycle of evil. You're feeding that deadly cycle of terrorism. When you say, for example, as the government, you want to what is the word? These terrorists, you want to accept them back into society.
Yes.
I mean, come on. It's farcical. It's farcical. I mean, it's evil. It's wrong. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. Is the height of incapability and the height